Alright, gonna be doing a few small projects on this one. First is getting the seat moved back. I moved this over from the passenger side because the driver's seat, the original one, was pretty worn out. Just dropping insulation out the bottom or padding, and I just switched it. I thought it would be a easy switch, but apparently this seat sits farther forward than the driver's seat, and it is already moved all the way back. So I need to drill some new holes, or maybe see if the bracket can be flipped, because this is ridiculous. So let's just try and get an idea how far back I should go, if I even can. I need to make sure I have enough room below in the storage compartment to re-drill the bracket, the hole for the bracket. But this is just a little too far forward for my knee. After long trips it gets sore. I would like to be sitting right about there. So maybe just like something like 4 inches. To get the seat off, we need to unbolt the seat belt. It's got like a 5/8 down there, maybe a 3/4 inch. Seat belt. Put the bolt in the washer back so we don't lose it. Put the seat belt out of the way, and then this just comes off with there's a bar that lets you rotate it, and it also lets it pop up off of its post. There's one on each side, so that'll rotate it, or you pull that in and lift up. Let's get a better grip here. Okay, looks like I did put the bracket on backwards. Awesome. Easy fix. All I have to do is unbolt it and rotate that, and that'll give me a few more inches just by looking at the, that's about 4 inches right there. I just crack these loose. Maybe I can spin the nuts off down below if they come off easy enough. Actually, if I set the wrench on here like this, let's see here. It'll have to be like this. Those bolts are actually above the tire, not in the cabinet. Alright, the nuts are off. Let's just give it a flip. I think that's all I had to do. Putting some weight on the top of these bolts so I can put these nuts on the bottom without the bolt pushing up. To get those bolts to keep from spinning, I'll push it to the side in there and kind of jam it. And if you get those snug enough, you can tighten these up without having a wrench down below. That one got tight. That one got tight. Give it a quick jerk if it feels like it's just the nuts just spinning down there. But the nut's loose enough, you give it a quick jerk and it'll grab, or it'll spin the nut enough to snug up on the back of the metal. Yeah, too good. Alright, all tightened up. Let's put the seat on and see how I like that. I moved the center of the post back about 4 inches, so I think that should be good. Oh yeah, that's much better. Now I can completely stretch out my leg if I need to. Nice. That's all I needed, just a bracket flip. Oh, that's gonna make driving these long trips so much nicer. Having your foot jammed in kind of like that just puts a bunch of stress on your knee. It's not very nice. So now I can just drive with my tippy toes if I want. I like that I actually have to kind of reach forward just a little bit. Actually, a few notches, 2 notches from the back where I like it. That's perfect. Awesome. Easy fix. Alright, got my blue line flags back on. Got the same ones off of eBay. I like these. I'll put a link down below. They even have a protective layer on the outside, which you peel off. Later on, a little technique that I discovered that I like is folding back part of the backing, lining it up, and then you stick on that side, and then you peel off the rest of the backing while using a card or something. I got one of these plastic spatulas from Home Depot for like a couple bucks. And then the non-stuck side, you just kind of swipe it that way, and it got every single air bubble out. I love it. So I got that side. And we got that side. Each one, not a single bubble at all. I love it. I'm gonna leave that protective layer on for, well, we're still in the rainy season, so that might help protect it a little bit. These are nice stickers. I like them. They're reflective. And get the eBay ones. I tried getting some off Amazon. They were crap. They're like papery and didn't have a very good reflective surface. Anyway, so clean really good. Like I do a clean, and then I sterilize, and then I do a dry off with a nice clean paper towel and get that surface completely oil free. And then yeah, like I said, you got your backing here. Peel back just a little bit to expose some sticky side, and then you can use this non-stuck side to kind of move around. And once you get it just right, just kind of stick that side, boom, and peel this off from underneath of it while holding this side up. And that's kind of what you do. Alright, blue strap is back on, and with almost no air bubbles. I almost wanted to take it down, but that's only 2 little bubbles, and I can live with that. So this is supposed to be weather proof, but it seems to be failing at the edges where the moisture keeps getting to it, so I don't know. I cleaned it really good this time, the window. Cleaned the window really good. And hopefully that will stick a little bit better than last time. But I like it. This thing, these help out a crap ton. This was actually, I'm surprised this wasn't worse, because I was trying to get this level. So half the tape was already stuck by the time I started trapping air. So, yeah, that wasn't actually as bad as I thought it would be. But these help a lot. I like these things. Reusable plastic spreaders. They say plastic, but they're a little more, they're kind of in between rubbery and plasticky. Another little project I want to get done is removing this wireless backup camera. I will never buy wireless again. It is finicky, the image is choppy. Compared to the wired camera, it looks like absolute crap. I think you could probably get a nicer unit, but there's all sorts of things that interfere with the signal, so I just absolutely hate wireless cameras now. It's going to be nothing but wired from here on out. So let's get this down and use it for something else, maybe to keep an eye on my generator. But that back camera is all fogged up as well. It's got moisture in it. There's the monitor. Got a power plug over here. Actually, I like the location of this mount bracket. If I get another, or when I replace this with a wired camera, I might, if I can reuse that, I will. Leave that plug there too. Okay, next thing over here, we're gonna take down the speaker and figure out where this water is coming from. It's, I don't think it's moisture anymore. For the longest time I was thinking it was moisture collecting up in here, but this is just too much water. And it is too dry. I already looked up in through the hole. So let's dig into this a little bit. The camera kit I'm looking at has a 2-in-1, 2 cameras for 1-in-1 monitor. So I'll go ahead and take this down because I'm not gonna need it. Yep. Okay, it is leaking right off of that clearance light right there. So I need to go up and seal that light again. God, look how clean my roof is, you guys. I mean, it needs to be pressure washed, but boy, this thing would be covered in branches and leaves. Oh, so nice. So for just a quick fix, maybe just put a plastic bag over that and hope it redirects the water, a lot of it, hopefully, away from that. Stick a couple rocks on there. Maybe just grab that wet towel and droop it over this. Just kind of seal up that corner light. Can't really do much when it's all wet like this, so. Yeah, do something like that for now. It's nasty out. Alright, I think that will maybe work. It's drooped over the top of that corner, or that clearance light, so it should, the rain should run over it. Okay, here's the hardware. Yeah, kind of nasty. It's the hardware and the camera, all full of moisture. Look at that. For those wondering why I have one wireless and one wired, this one was sent to me for free for a review. So I thought I'd try it out, and it was just not a good product. Right off the bat, it had problems with moisture getting into it. Or maybe not right off the bat, but as soon as we had a cold, rainy day, this thing just seemed to fail, get moisture in it. Now it's really bad. I can't even see out that. So I'm gonna take that apart, dry it out, and throw it in my junk box. Can use that for something. Just open this up. Took this apart once before, got the moisture out of it, tried resealing it, as you see here. Tried sealing all the spots I thought that might be leaking, and it's getting moisture. I think it's leaking around the glass. Oh boy. It's dripping wet. And resting. It's got a bunch of. It's all filled up with water. Holy moly. Alright, let's dry that out and save it for later. Alright, another small project is replacing this car door actuator. Again! It's burning up and getting all melted around the motor, so it's either getting too hot for the maybe 15 seconds I'm pushing it while I'm starting it, or it's somehow sticking on, though I would notice that because if this was stuck on, the choke would stay on and I'd notice it running like crap. So unless it's either burning up because I'm holding it too long, or powers somehow, maybe it's, I don't know. I'm going to test it while it's running and see if there's something weird going on. So I got another set of door actuators. It looks pretty much the same as that one. So that's how I'm doing that. I use one of the linkages that come with the kit. Bent it and it's just kind of grabs onto this 1x2, which is surprisingly is not rotted out yet. It's not even treated, I don't think. Yeah, so look at that, all melted, burned up. I really wouldn't take his heat from the engine unless it's just really bad plastic. So let's get this off of here. So got that screw, got one on the back here. I'll get this one on the same way. That one will go all the way through into the wood, like so. I need to adjust that. And a new zip tie. Got just a little hole drilled in the choke lever here, so I can kind of loop zip tie through, and the door actuator pulls the choke closed. The spring tries to keep it open. So when I let go of the button, this just retracts, or extends it actually, toward the spring, and I just power this one way. I don't reverse the polarity. For those who haven't seen my DIY video of the remote starter switch, I've got a pod of 3 relays in there. One relay controlling the switch here, controlling the on position. Another relay controlling the start position. And one relay controlling power going to the door actuator. I mean, this shouldn't do anything. It's connected to a relay. So the relay would have to be failing, or something else going on weird with, I don't know, maybe like a short. Nothing. Yeah, no power leaking through. This is just getting burned up with just by pushing it too long. Yeah, I use 220 ohm resistors in circuits, like for LEDs or for microcontroller inputs to protect it. I'm wondering if I could just put a 220 ohm on this and kind of, if that'll still work okay with that. Then I do believe the resistor would burn up before that does, right? At least it would help. Or I can just do it in quick pulses like I was doing. Just as quick as possible. I mean, the other thing is also the heat from the motor. And this is a big open area. I don't see it getting that hot. Nah, let's not do the resistor. Those motors just aren't meant to be held that long. And so I'm pretty sure I'm just burning it up by holding that switch on too long. They're not really meant to do that. Door actuator replaced again. That is now the third one. Got one more for a spare. If it burns up again, maybe I'll try something different. I have actually picked out an actuator that's kind of meant for that. These are car door actuators. They're meant to just, you know, unlock a door super fast. And so I found an actuator with, I think this says a 1.5 inch pull, pusher or pull, but it's an open frame. It's not weatherproof, and I think it will rust up out there. So it might be a project for the future, or I'm going to just do my best to start this with quick pulses so that doesn't happen. I mean, that's really hot. I'm having a hard time imagining this getting that hot, even for 15. It's not even, it's like 5 seconds I'm holding that button to get the engine started. So, I don't know. If you guys have any input or suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I think we're all done with the small projects. I got tons of projects, but those are little ones.